Which kills people's dreams more, fears or failures? Let's talk about Rosanne in this music video. Is that cultural appropriation? Is life getting better or worse?
The Podical Sons.
I am your number one TikTok influencer, Marvelous.
And I'm right up there beside the number one.
Welcome to the Podical Sons podcast, where hilariously inappropriate intellectual beyond belief. Let's start the show. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above, all streaming platforms possible. On the Canadian TikTok side and other countries in the world, you can see us over there too.
You can see us. We're
Podical
still
Sons
here.
You know,
we're still here.
We're still here. We're still here.
Yeah.
If you're getting this audio or this video podcast is up in America, I mean, the 51st state thing, you know, I mean, take it how you want it, but we still active over here.
We're still
baby.
active, man.
On the Tock.
We're still
On the
live,
Tock.
man. We're still doing our thing.
Tik Tok. All right. How you feeling, man?
Proud to be a Canadian.
Yo. All our American users and listeners and supporters, they're going to say a few words.
Yeah, but you know, I mean,
I think the ones I hope, let's say this, the ones that get to this after the revenge tour starts,
right.
I think they'll probably be like, oh, these freaking Canadians were talking a lot of nonsense on that podcast of theirs. Well, we were reinstated, so this is old news. This is gonna live long and age long. We enjoying the moment. We live in the moment.
We're soaking it in, man.
We live in the moment, okay?
I mean,
we live in the moment over here.
Some of you media outlets, if you want to hire us to do the coverage of what's going on at the inauguration, we're free. We're free for that. You know, it's going to cost you some money, some plane tickets and some hotel stays.
I mean,
it's going to cost you.
Yeah, man.
But it's a small sacrifice for our American friends.
I think the changing landscape of the world and the preparation for the revenge tour,
right,
is what kind of brought me joy this week.
Mm.
That's what brought me joy this week. And I'll tell you why. I think the illmatic thing and stuff about it is where, you know, like when I've been screaming revenge tour for the longest.
Yeah.
And then I had people come up to me. I had people tell me like, yo, Kamala is going to crush this guy and everything. I was like, you can't underestimate the power of I want to say, some people like the bad people want to say Donald Trump is a manipulator.
Right.
I look at it stuff as where Donald Trump speaks to the people.
Yeah.
And when you have a good speaker and they want to listen to him, it's a wrap.
That's it.
I feel like, and no shade to any rappers and all the above, I look at it stuff as well. I feel like there's some rappers that don't get their just desserts from the bars that they spit and everything, but no one likes them to hear them speak.
Right.
And Lil Baby, his voice to me is not appealing.
Right.
So I'm not trying to hear any Lil Baby things, like track-wise, whatever, you know what I'm saying? People want to hear everything Donald Trump says. Fuck, I want to see everything he tweets.
Yeah.
The fact that him and Elon like this, and you know, his Twitter fingers is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
So I just look at this stuff as where, yo, when I've been speaking this revenge tour for the longest and everybody think I'm crazy, and then now the chickens are coming home to roost.
Coming home to roost.
I get a lot of, instead of saying, you're right, Marv, it's a lot of, fuck you. So I take it. I'm a super villain. What can I say?
The hate is gonna exasperate itself once everything is in the ground.
Certainly.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, what brought you joy this week, man?
The fact that I'm still on TikTok. The rubbing in is not gonna stop right now, folks. It's not gonna stop right now.
In the words of somebody everybody knows, take that. All right, man.
What about you, Joy, brother?
No, as I said, the whole Trump thing and stuff, all my chickens are coming home to roost
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
I had 2 coworkers roll up on me and stuff like, Monday. I was like, yeah. They're like, then they try to clap at me. They're like, oh, America, see how racist they are? They want to do it on MLK Day and everything. Like, I'm like, it's a freak occurrence
that
it happened.
It is.
But it's happening. And I don't feel like any black people, my personal opinion and stuff, whatever, and I hope some people look at it like that. Any black people who are in America feel, or civil rights activists or people feel shafted from this. I look at it as stuff as where if most civil rights people might be godly folk, I mean, there's a polar vortex coming. So this is going to be a cold ass inauguration. So
Yeah, they have to keep their ass indoors this time around.
Leave it up to your Lord. Leave it up to your Lord. Revenge is best unto the Lord, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave all that and stuff there. But I mean, hey, Donald Trump did his thing. We gonna hear this and we gonna see what the world looks like, the landscape for Canadians. It will look different too with the tariffs coming.
Right.
So, but I mean, we got the talk.
we got the talk to inform some of y'all.
Yeah, you know,
to inform some of y'all.
Man, did you? You know what? Let's get to the topics first. Then we're gonna come back to the talk. All right.
So I think we'll spend a little time.
We'll spend some time on it. Let's get to polls. The first poll. First poll of the week was: can capitalism solve racism? What do you got?
Ooh. I think you can.
You think you can?
I think you can. Yeah.
I said no.
You said no?
And everybody else voted 100% said no. So tell me,
the lone wolf.
Tell me why you say yes. Okay, I can tell you why I say yes.
Right.
And then you can alley-oop that and run with it and stuff like that. But because you know me, I see both sides of this devil's advocate over here.
Right.
The yes part I see is that if you're rich like me, you don't have to look like me. You're rich like me, and we go to the same parties. You don't give a fuck what race I'm in. Like what race I am. Black, Indian, Asian, like Chinese, like you don't care. India has a good portion of billionaires. China has a good portion of billionaires. Africa, you have one, two, a few monumental folk. And I look at when they're in the room with these other folk, they don't see race, they see dollars. Go ahead.
And so fucking Marvelous tosses the ball up in the air. Not your average Joseph flies over a couple of defenders and catches the ball. It's an alley-oop. Man, you said it perfectly, brother. And I think the exact same way. And I've been on record to say that classism is the new racism.
Ooh.
It most certainly is. Classism is the new racism. Money don't know no color, but green. Or well, if you're in Canada.
Depending on your
Canada
currency.
or other places,
that
still got
Tik Tok.
It's multicultural. But other than that, man, if you can break that threshold, and I think capitalism is probably the only way where you're going to be able to see people not look at you for the color that you are, but what you have in your bank book.
Okay.
So, but again, it's breaking that threshold. And I think that's what a lot of people had said 0 to my 1. They don't feel like that's possible.
So, and this is where I see with the no side of stuff, whatever. To quote Jay-Z, light nigga, dark nigga, rich nigga, poor nigga, still nigga.
Yeah.
Right? I think from when LeBron, his LA home was vandalized, I think the time when they were going at it with Golden State and they're like, LeBron is a nigger or something like that, I forget, right?
Right.
His money means shit, and LeBron is an active billionaire, right? I look at it stuff as where, like, you know, we've had several black billionaires kind of been attacked, I want to say, by, can I say the media? I'll say the media / courts.
Yeah.
Right? Because I want to say Kanye's thing didn't really get that wild stuff to go to court.
Right.
It's just that his partnership with Adidas and stuff has diminished.
Right.
So his thing in the media kind of took away some stuff like that. And he was once a billionaire, and it's fortunate some things popped off where his money got dwindled. Sean John Combs as well. And they ain't looking at the fact that, you know, he's, you know, like a black dude and stuff, whatever. Because I mean, if we look at Revolt, let's say pre-Cassie,
Okay.
pre-Cassie Ventura and Sean John Combs' world,
Right.
Michael Rubin was his boy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
those parties and stuff, those
Mhm.
places, whatever. I feel like, you know, Diddy had to been on the Epstein fly list, whatever.
I mean, I
Like-
feel so. I feel.
I-
Listen, I keep it a buck. I feel like a lot of those tactics he might have got from his boy Epstein.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and again, he was once, I feel like he even had probably more money than a good portion of people he partied with.
Oh, for sure.
Right. That was not black.
For sure.
And they loved him because he was just this multi-millionaire mogul.
Right.
And yeah, I always feel like this is just my hot take and stuff, whatever, since we're here. I just feel like sometimes I heard somebody say this, and tell me if you feel the same way, but sometimes when some people are too non-blacks are too involved into hip hop,
Right.
I feel like hip hop is their way to kind of understand this is how the blacks might live and feel. Am I wrong?
I don't feel that's a bad take at all.
Because I
I
look
don't
at
feel
it,
that's a bad take.
like I look at it as stuff is where I'm pretty okay. You've seen White Girls,
Yeah.
the movie,
Yeah.
and I look at it stuff like, you know, when in the car, Big, my nigga,
Right.
I feel like those moments and stuff happen,
Oh, for sure.
right, without a
For
doubt.
sure.
But I look at it as stuff is where you have people even like chromas,
Right.
right, and I would like, and I'm picking on chromas and stuff, whatever, not for like those type of things, but you're not black. The
Right.
world does not see you as black,
Right.
but yet you want to say nigga.
Right.
Right? And I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, but you're using the medium of hip hop to make you feel like you black.
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as like hip hop could probably had a chance to kind of break racism and stuff over
Oh,
capitalism.
for sure.
Like a high chance and stuff for that. But I'm looking like, yo, all these black people with this dollars
Right.
and everything until something negative hits them and everything. Black. Like even with Jay-Z's thing and stuff, whatever, they couldn't wait to say hip hop mogul Jay-Z, aka Sean Carter. And I was like, damn. I was like, Life and Times of S. Dot, but I was like, this is different.
I think the problem with the whole situation though is that at their height, they didn't try to help make more black billionaires.
Yeah, that's it's
You know what I mean? There's
Because
always
the-
something to say that there's strength in numbers, right? It's like,
and so that's how I feel about like, you know, when Jay-Z's lawyer came out and said like, you know, him and Diddy don't have that kind of relationship.
yeah,
I look at it stuff as where if Diddy made more, you wouldn't have to rely on that billionaire
right.
to help come save you and stuff
Right.
like that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, the acts and everything else and the charges and stuff are heinous.
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff as where, I mean, you have some yes men and some dudes that's really down for their homies. They're like, fuck it, we going out for a charge.
Right.
Look at like, you know, look at YSL. Like, how do you feel YSL went down when everything went down?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because they're like, yo, we're riding with our peoples and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it is what it is. You help make me or help put this money in my pocket.
Right.
Why the fuck won't I have your back?
Exactly.
Right?
And to me, that's one of the differences between the whole Sean trial and the Abercrombie and Finch dudes.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they got the millionaire buddies in support and in the background pulling whatever type of strings they need to pull to keep these guys kind of on the float.
It was crazy because, like, even with the Abercrombie and Fitch dudes, I always look at it where, like, they had full documentaries and everything on Netflix and all the above and other outlets
Everything.
before, like, certain charges and stuff was
Yeah.
was like issued.
Right.
So I was looking at them like, but y'all watch the pot. And then the same thing like with Epstein.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's been like this is way back. But you guys watched the
But
pot.
you watch the pot.
You watched the pot fully boil over and stuff till it became a problem.
Mhm.
Then you're looking like, all right, now we're gonna silence it. And I feel like, yo, when it comes to a person of color,
Yeah.
No, let me take that back. Caucasians always call us color, but yet and still they come with this, you know, they're sick, they turn one color, they're embarrassed, they turn another color. I look at it stuff as like, a POC. We'll roll a POC and stuff, whatever,
POC.
right? When a slight error is made on their side, they're highlighted and like scrutinized to a different kind of level,
Oh, for sure.
right? And yeah, like racism and stuff, it's just a different thing, the stuff that we all know still exists. But like I said, I understand your yes. On the no side, I just feel like, no matter how much money you got, you still gonna be a nigga.
Yeah, you are. You are to a certain demographic. And
Demographic,
that's what I'm
without a doubt.
saying. It's like the problem is that when you're up, you gotta bring more of you up. So, you know what I mean? You kind of
100%.
counteract that.
Yeah, well, you have help.
You have help.
I mean, you have hey, I help bring you up. I don't want shit from you. However, they trying to throw a third on my name.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Be like, nah, you help me get to this
we,
point.
we see the money depleting with all the lawyers and all the stuff that you gotta do. Don't say nothing. Here.
Yeah, fill my commissary, please. I'm trying to buy my butt tight.
Right. Yeah. I got people I gotta pay off behind bars.
Or they want to try to put a bar in me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, man, pause. I gotta, please help fill my commissary.
Help.
Okay. Next poll of the week was, is life getting better or worse? And what do you got?
I got worse.
You got worse?
Yeah, I got worse.
All right. So 69% said better.
69% said better.
31%
I like the optimistic
I do like
point of view. I
optimism
like
and
it.
stuff.
I like it.
I want to say, so I looked at this from like a stat point of view, like when I came up with the question.
Yeah.
Where if we look at the human race, right? Life expectancy was so much more shorter way back when in like most countries compared to where it is now. Like we've overcome like a lot of like illnesses and all this type of stuff. Like I feel like if our bodies wasn't, let's say, messed with the foods and the chemicals and all that type of stuff that like, that is packed in our foods.
Yeah.
I feel like our life expectancies will go a lot more higher because we have the know-how and stuff, whatever. But due to, let's say, the climate of the world,
right?
Can you produce enough food, healthy, natural food,
right,
to kind of keep up with the population?
The population,
right? Like when I'm hearing like about the clone meat and everything like that, whatever, or the vegan meats, I look at it stuff as war. We shouldn't, as the human species, we shouldn't have nothing like a famine anymore.
We shouldn't.
Right? Because we have ways and stuff to kind of supplement the people, but we're capitalists, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking at stuff as like, we're not going to give you this shit for free. You got to cough up something in order to get this or possibly barter.
Yeah.
But I feel like from life expectancy and stuff has changed and everything, I want to say understandings and research and educations of certain things. Like we're not cavemen looking at like, oh shit, what is this heat given source that's flickering and stuff, whatever. We know this is fire.
Yeah.
We know that this, so we've come a long way. So I feel like life expectancy is getting better. I feel like if it personally does not feel that way to you, I would say, are you moving in a proper direction to see yourself moving forward?
Right.
Tell me why you're no.
My no is that everything is increasing except wages, and at some point,
that's right.
It's going to
topple over.
Yeah, it can't be sustainable for a lot of people. But just while you were talking, and I was just thinking, and just going back to a few, about maybe a month ago now, since we sat down with Blue. Shout out to Blue.
Yeah, I have. Before you start, shout out to Blue. Blue, you got mad fans and shit like at my job.
Yeah,
like they're stuck on that episode. This guy said he listened to it twice.
Right. But there's a lot of knowledge that was dropped during that episode, and a lot of eye-opening things for some people who
me too
weren't looking in that direction, right? But just going back to that whole conversation, and then thinking about what you're saying now with the means to feed people, Do you think, it's one of those reasons why they're looking at cutting down the population growth and maybe depopulizing the world before we start seeing that whole type of Star Trek mechanism where you walk up to the replicator and the replicator makes you food?
I know you love a Trek. I know that. I know you love a Star Trek for real.
But I'm saying,
No,
it just goes back to, this whole technology thing. I mean, we were
Yeah.
arguing last week about, they can see clouds to make it rain, but yet still, we didn't see that happen for California.
Right. Let's say this. I think with the whole means to provide food for the people is still like capitalist building, right?
Right.
Culling the herd, like I don't know if it's the people saying like, yo, we won't survive unless we cull the herd.
Right.
But the capitalists looking like, yo, we need workers and we need consumers.
Yes, this is true.
So if you cull the herd, you're gonna get lack of consumers.
This is true.
Right? Because I want to say like, not even just workers and stuff in general. Like, I think where technology is, like, look at the Tesla bots to like the other machinery that we have. That's kind of culling the workforce.
Oh, for sure. For
Right?
sure.
And I look at it stuff as
And when you say that, they're already worrying about that, like how is the everyday person going to buy goods? Because we know robots ain't buying shit.
Correct. Yeah, it's gonna get dark, man.
Yes, and that's why I said the thing that I say.
yeah, it's gonna get dark. I mean, like I said, you're not wrong. Like, there's no right or wrong to this question
there is
anyway.
No right or wrong.
Because I look at it as all perspective and stuff, whatever. But that part, I think what I'm afraid for is that the population, there's the have and the have-nots.
Right.
And that have-nots, like that population is gonna like grow like too fast.
Yeah.
And people are not gonna know how to react. So it's kind of like, let's say your car might be shining a little too nice.
Yeah.
And you might look a little too happy in your car.
Right.
Don't be surprised if somebody follows you.
Oh, listen, man. It's happening now.
Because like, I'm in my car going to work one morning.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs, Outkast, Bombs Over Baghdad.
Right.
It came on one of the playlists stuff I was just jamming to, and I'm there just rocking, right? Rocking. I want to say Marvin was not like fully happy or in the zone.
Yeah.
My gut was rumbling, but I knew I had food at work to eat for breakfast and stuff, whatever, right? So I'm looking like, I can't wait to get to work and stuff so I can eat some freaking food. Because I'm jamming, it's cold, I'm moving, but like, I'm good, you know?
You're good, you're still good.
I defeated the highway. I can tell you exactly where I was, whatever. Coming off the 401.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you defeated.
You know exactly. I beat the highway.
Right.
I'm just at that light waiting to keep going and stuff, whatever.
Right.
And a lady and stuff is just like looking at me, just staring at me. Like, this is me. She's in this lane. She's like,
you're a little too happy for her being.
Yes. Were you there? Fam, it ruined me. Cause I'm like, I don't want to roll down my window too much because it's cold. I'm like, what's going on? Like, everything good? Because it's still kind of, at this time, it's still like dusk time.
Right.
So like, I'm thinking she's gonna say something went off, something's up.
Yeah.
My backlight is done.
Yeah.
Something. Aren't you chipper this morning?
Sorry.
When I see the lady, she took off.
Was she a Karen?
Yeah, I want to label her.
You didn't want to label her that. She sounds
She had a blonde type of hair.
She's on Karen.
She had nice blue eyes.
Okay.
So when she pulled off, she was in an Infinity. I'm in my Acura.
Oh.
You're nice. You should be nice.
Yeah, you should be nice.
The car is sparkling and shining.
Right.
Why are you upset that my car is lesser than yours? And then you want to.
Why are you pissing off people in the morning?
It's gonna get dark, Doug. It's gonna get dark. I'm pretty sure, and I don't know anybody's not pocket watching.
Right.
But I'm looking at him like, I'm assuming with a nice car like that, she would be in the have population. I feel like the have-nots would be the public transit, and they're going from far.
They're going from far.
Because I look at it as if like, you didn't have the means, but you still got to make this job.
Yeah.
You're gonna do this bus route to and
Oh
fro
yeah,
from your shit.
100%.
You don't want to sit next to some people that might smell like hot ass in the morning or all this type of stuff. Or you don't want to have to get up so extra early when you could have probably slept in because you had a car.
Yeah.
You have kind of like a no choice kind of factor going off. So I'm assuming you might be in the have-nots.
Man, when you say like the have-nots taken over, it's instantly the movie Elysium popped in my mind.
Why not?
Where they had to,
As it should.
The haves had to actually leave Earth to go live up in the sky just to stay away from getting robbed. And in that one scene at the end where the have-nots got into the spaceship and found their way up there and started wrecking havoc and shit.
Yep. Simple.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I look at it stuff. When I went to Beverly Hills last year, when I was in Beverly Hills and stuff, they have flying drones. The same drone that you got
Right.
is police. So this is how the police and stuff in Beverly Hills are monitoring, like if random crimes or random shit, like
Right.
they fly over a specific level,
Right.
and you see a sign. They ain't hiding this shit. They're just like,
No.
drones are flying and stuff, but they're part of the police, Beverly Hills PD.
Right.
So I was like, shit, this would have unemployed Axel Foley real quick, whatever, right? Me and my ignorant ass and stuff, whatever. But I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, you have these drones flying around until people can't go to Rodeo Drive for like luxury looking type purposes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're not there to like sightseeing because like the big Beverly Hills sign and stuff, whatever. I feel like if you live there, the sign don't mean shit to you.
No.
Like,
it's a tourist attraction.
Exactly.
You gotta be a tourist to actually stop and view it. Right.
But when they stop coming to view and they want to view through your window,
Mm-hmm.
and be like, I hope that like it's kind of like the local folk and stuff, like especially with these fires.
Yeah.
They're losing some of their land.
Yeah.
One girl, she gave a story and stuff, and I think she like in pretty so much worse, she went from like a have to a have not because of the fire.
Yeah.
Right? She's basically saying that she kind of inherited the house and she's going to do renos and stuff like that. So she took out a little second part-time job to do this and stuff for her because her regular job can just basically cover her bills.
Right.
So to do this, she wants to do these changes because her mom gave her this house and stuff,
Right.
whatever, right?
And to many, that's a blessing for somebody to be able to give you something in this day and age.
But you even inherit a house and stuff like that, whatever, just in general, because anybody starting out, whatever, like shit, even here, like
Right.
this was like we're all on the same fence when it comes to like fuck the TikTok aspect, but Canada and America, like to start off to get a brand new home or first time home thing, whatever.
It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the rates and stuff is kind of crazy now. So to somebody inheriting a home is an extra blessing.
Yeah.
To have these fires now, like you'll go fire the place and now it's done.
It's done.
You now have to restart up from, you know what I'm saying? Like to say like, all right, let's say to maintain this shit with the mortgage and stuff might be for like $1,500.
Right.
Let's say $1,500 and stuff like that now,
Right.
Now you're going to get somewhere. The places to start to rent, it's probably going to be like a $2,100, $2,200.
Easily. Because it's going to be supply and demand. Like how many people have to rent?
Ooh. Habitat for Humanity? They're not going to keep up with that.
Nah.
So it's like the have-nots are going to grow. The population of the world, a good portion of the world is going to look like it's getting worse. I want to say there was beauty in the madness and there was other little perks and bonuses and stuff to kind of look forward to and stuff because some space, shape, or form, when problems arise, if they collaborate instead of compete, some of these problems tend to get neutralized on a collaboration level. I'm not saying COVID is gone, but I'm looking at stuff as that these motherfuckers found the time to say, let's create a vaccine together. Because the whole world had Pfizer and the whole world had Moderna.
Right.
It's not even like it was like a bootleg Sharkeisha brand and stuff to the damn vaccine.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So they just came together and made this pop off and stuff for them. But I hope it gets better. LG, if not, then LG, that company should just go out of commission because their slogan is "Life is good," right? That part.
That part.
All right.
How many LG products went up in flames?
I'm not touching that one. I'm just gonna mind my business. LG, you can cut the check.
You
I'll
can
be
cut
on
the check.
TikTok.
You know what I mean?
Yo, all right, one more quick thing and stuff, whatever though.
Right.
I was playing with this thought before, like, which is easier to predict? The end of capitalism or the end of the world?
I want to say the end of capitalism.
That's easier to predict.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? I'm curious now since we here.
Because it doesn't seem like it's got a lifeline right now. Like,
Interesting.
if I'm looking at it from the perspective of just other nations that really propped up this whole capitalism is buying into other things, right? It's like it's the G7 and versus the BRICS.
Mhm.
The BRICS is slightly ahead, and they're only gaining more traction. And it's like at some point, it's like, do you stay with who you think is gonna lose, or do you jump over and join who you think is gonna win? And a lot of people are jumping ship, man. And it's the other side. I don't really look at them as capitalistic, more than socialism.
You wanna like quantify like China, a country like China as like capitalistic? Well, because I don't know if it's in China. I feel like it's in China, but like in the other, like say, kind of like the Wuhan regions,
Right.
it's an M place. It's an M city. Like they build like buildings and buildings, and now they're just graveyards to like supplement like the population and stuff with her. And then you have other parts and stuff where people are homeless, right?
Right.
So I'm looking at them like, send them into the empty buildings. But I'm looking like renminbi, right?
Yeah.
The people's money.
It's gonna be a redistribution of wealth, I think, and at some point, we're gonna hear. I mean, the slogan at one point was, "You'll own nothing and be happy," right? It's it looks like we're slowly getting to that point,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna have to be happy. You're not. You can't decide to yourself at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sad. It is what it is.
No, it felt like the R word that like it rhymes with grape. Like you're saying it, I don't like it, but I mean, it's like shut up. Like we're already here.
It's a hard pill to swallow, my friend. It's a hard pill to swallow.
But like, it's so true. It's so true. Like when you were saying it, I was like, I mean, dude, slowly but surely, like we spoke about a few weeks ago from one of the polls and stuff. Is there still critical thinking?
Right.
A ton of people lost their critical thinking skills.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do basic arithmetic. Fuck, this younger generation, they can't even read certain type of clocks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as where, shut up, we're gonna take away your thinking. You're gonna be happy.
You'll just be happy.
And then there's people out here, and like with a watch like this,
right,
can't read it, but they're like, but it's an Audemars. Just shut up and be happy.
Be happy.
AP. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. All right. Let's go on now. Let's. Where do you want to start? The talk? Yo, shout out to Rosanne. Let's talk about Rosanne.
Shout out to Rosanne, man.
Let's talk about Rosanne in this music video.
Yeah.
Is that cultural appropriation?
Oh, but at its finest.
Rosanne with the braids?
At its finest.
Rosanne with the braids, Becky in the good hair? Yo, I was like, yo.
She did twerk at one point.
Yeah. I'm like, I was like, I don't know what's going on here. Here's my take on the music video. I do believe and stuff. Roseanne Barr was definitely on the Trump bandwagon and stuff for the minute. And we have to look at this stuff where Roseanne Barr is still a comedian.
It's still a comedian, 100%.
She's still a comedian. I think the comments that I saw for the video and everything and all the above, I don't know the dude.
Right.
I've never heard of the
I've
dude.
never heard of him
I've
before
never heard
either.
of the dude, never seen the dude's face until this video, whatever. For all I
Yeah.
know, it could be one of her relatives or something like that. I don't know, right?
Well, I was thinking maybe he's just a far right rapper, and because we're not in that,
I don't even like that lingo.
and because we're not
A
in that
far-right
lane,
rapper.
and because we're not in that lane, we would know. Because if you look at the video, them people in there look far right.
Yes.
They look far right.
Far-right rapper?
Far right white rapper. Say that 5 times real fast.
Well, okay, well, what if it's just the far right? They're no white, whatever, right? Like, what if, like, would you consider Ye, since he was all on Trump's bandwagon, like a far right rapper?
I wouldn't say far right. I'd say he's central. He's down the middle. He's down the middle.
This guy's smooth right here. Smooth, you're a dangerous fellow.
He's down the middle.
Yo,
That Kanye dude.
Yo, smooth, you wild. I see some stuff though. I get what you're saying, but hear me. My beef and stuff, whatever, with the whole time frame for the daddy's home,
Yeah.
with the kind of content that was in the video, and we won, you mad, like
the hook is fire, man.
No, the hook is
the
catchy.
hook is fire, man.
Let's not even disrespect the hook. Like, the song is just, it's a song that makes you smile, but I feel like it doesn't scream sensitivity.
No.
When
no.
Like I thought the world was going into the sensitivity kind of thing.
Right.
And like, isn't it? Especially the Western world?
Well, that's what they're looking like they're aiming for.
That ain't sensitive. They're like, yo, sensitivity is done.
No whatsoever.
Tell me your thoughts on this lovely music video.
I found it hilarious.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're being honest.
and to me, it's like, again, just going back to what you're saying, like, she's a comedian, and it's her expressing her views.
Yeah,
but she's doing it in a way that, to me, it's just it's comedy. It's straight up comedy. And again, like, if you listen to her lyrics, there's some bars in those lyrics. Shoot me, I don't care. There's some bars in those lyrics.
the far right ones will protect you.
They'll protect me.
Rosanne is their hero now. I think, like I said, that we in Canada and stuff, whatever, too. I want to say, like, especially in this Western world, we kind of idolize freedom of speech. You're okay. She's okay to feel the way she wants to feel and create a track like this and everything like that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I want to say, if even to the black folks and shit like that, if they feel a type of way and stuff about this, because a lot of black people, or let's say this, the people I clicked on a few profiles.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this feels a little hotep for me. Right? They're like, you don't see this. They like buck breaking and everything. I'm like, how did we get all that? I didn't even see one black person in the video. Like it was a lot. But
one of her lines is like to claim that I'm racist.
I mean, let the freedom of speech ring. That's what the greatness is. One of the great things about America.
Yeah.
There's sensitivity. I don't know, like, because I heard Michelle Obama and stuff is not going anyway.
Right.
To the inauguration, and Chris Rock has something to say about it. And, with this weekend, because by the time you guys get this, will be on a Tuesday.
Right.
This will be after Trump has taken office. They're just not being supportive. Because I look at this stuff as like, all right, we don't like Trump. Like, just I'm saying, I'm not speaking for all Americans.
No. Yeah.
We don't like Trump, but what are we gonna do to survive these 4 years?
And that's what I'm saying. It's like at this point, you just got to be happy. you just got to be happy. He's not gonna go away, right? So you just gotta figure out what best hold him accountable. Hold him for sure, 100%.
Right.
You know what I mean? All of that stuff that got him into office, make sure he does that, because if he does that, I think it's, a lot of American people will fare much better.
I think a good portion.
Yeah.
Again, it's the togetherness thing, the togetherness and stuff for the people, like the community aspect, the community building. Like I feel like the community thing would ever keep you afloat, right?
Right.
I think people, once they start getting the understanding of that, let's say this, race-wise, I always feel like us Black people, we have a problem with the community aspect.
Right.
Even though we try to claim.
Yeah.
Like, I think we need to look at each other and stuff and really look at, like, do we really want each other to be great? And if not, whatever, are we willing to help each other when we are up and other person and stuff is down, right?
Right.
I've seen a lot of other populations where, like, again, how many families are in one friggin' household? The place is probably split up like a friggin' like dormitory.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? But then like when they move out or they bust a move, everybody's leaving with like K's in their account. At least K's in their account, right? So I look at it stuff as where communities like that need to get bond together and stuff, not just cultural aspect and stuff, but even like if you're like, I love the Silicon Valley, like what do they call? I think like hubs or bubbles.
Yeah.
You're
Incubators.
a web design incubators.
Incubators.
Thank you. Yeah, you're an app designer. I'm a web designer. I'm this. I'm that. Whatever. We all can't afford to live an individual place like this.
Right.
But we still kind of like have a community that we involve with tech.
Yeah.
And the web.
Yeah.
Let us all combine forces to live in this place to make it.
Right.
Until whatever the fuck pops or whatever,
Yeah.
Yo, the world's gonna get shaky. The world is gonna get shaky, and I think with the togetherness of Rosanne's video, you can see her people are just shutting up and what? Being happy.
And being happy. And being happy. They twerking.
They twerking.
They twerking.
They twerking. I'm the topic for you since Trump is going to office, but I wanted to have me think about like leadership and stuff a lot.
Okay.
Is there a difference between a manager and a leader to you?
Yeah.
What it was, tell me.
I think the manager is more concerned with keeping the process in order and going. And the leader is more or less helping you get through the process.
So, yeah. So most managers and stuff to you basically just what, and I'm paraphrasing, jump in.
They're just trying to manage the situation.
So they're calling shots. The leaders participating.
The leaders actually not only, it's not necessarily concerned with managing the situation, more concerned with
getting to the goal.
Helping you be able to manage that situation. Right? Because as long as you manage, doesn't matter what the situation is, as long as you know your part and you're doing what you're doing to get to that goal, right? So if I can motivate you in any way, shape, or form, if I can, maybe I might have to pull up my sleeves and help you out until you can do it on your own. Then, as a leader, I'm willing to help you get to that, help you get there. Because I see the bigger picture in mind.
Right.
Where the manager is just more of like, this needs to be done, this needs to be done, this needs to be done. I don't care how you do it, get it done.
Would you quantify, let's say, a person like a president or a prime minister more of the managers? Management,
yeah.
Right? Now, do you ever see, let's say, someone like, okay, we were just talking about the legendary Jimmy Carter.
Right.
With Jimmy Carter, after he even stepped out of presidency, he was already like boots to the ground doing other like philanthropy type of stuff for them.
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff as where I feel like even that person, you're naturally built like that.
Yeah.
So if you're naturally built like that before, you'll be like that before you take presidency.
Right.
When you're in presidency now, because you had this power to do some shit and touch some stuff that you couldn't, him and his wife were both doing these type of things.
Right.
And even after.
Right.
So I look at his stuff as like a president like him, I want to fully put into the manager type of boat.
Okay. You would,
because they're an active type of leader.
right. Right.
So to speak. I'm not expecting him to, troop up with the jackets on and stuff, whatever, and get ready to go to war.
Yeah.
Because leaders don't do that anymore.
What perfect example. It's like back in the day,
they were real leaders.
They were
because they were on the
front
battlefield.
line. They were leading the charge. Now they sitting in the war room. Now they sitting in the war room.
Managing. Managing.
I mean, how inspirational is that when you see your leader standing toe to toe next to you, willing to put his life on the line?
Yeah.
For your family.
Yeah, that's admirable.
Yeah, you're stepping up. You're stepping up.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Marv, I see you with your hand up.
Okay, please. Zelensky. Why'd you chuckle at Zelensky?
Because him and his wife are buying luxury cars.
But Zelensky stayed with the fatigues on.
He stayed with the fatigues.
He stayed with the fatigues. Yo, he was dressed for war. Like, put like this. When I saw Putin give a few speeches and everything like that, he's in the suit.
Yeah.
Zelensky is in the fatigues.
But guess what?
That's not a leader to you?
You see Putin doing more action shit than you see Zelensky.
I think they're gonna cancel us.
Yeah, they're gonna cancel us. Hey, y'all need somebody to ride for y'all on TikTok.
Yes.
Just keep us going.
We can send you messages.
Keep us going.
Don't worry. Let me sell out my TikTok commercial now.
Just sell it. Go ahead.
TikTok. The 51st state is now calling. America's in a blackout time. We are your new money makers.
Us.
Ding. The Podical Sons. No, so let me ask you something. Does a good leader explain the why? Like, why are we doing this?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. And that's what I was talking about. When the leader is not just telling you to do it. He's saying,
but I feel like some leaders and stuff don't fully explain the whys and stuff too.
But they're not good leaders.
That's what you automatically.
Yeah.
That would be a distinguished.
That would be my distinguishing point. Like a good leader will explain why. What is the desired outcome, as opposed to a manager is just telling you the process.
I think earlier in the week I was looking at what was it? Suicide Squad.
Right.
Like it was running, right?
Right.
And the part in the Suicide Squad that got me was when they went to go save Unwala.
Okay.
Viola Davis's character.
Right.
And when they went to go save her and stuff like that, they're like saying they're giving the Suicide Squad an order, like, we're gonna extract subject this. They gave Unwala type of digit and everything like that.
Yeah.
They're like, what is that? They didn't explain shit.
Nah, they didn't explain nothing at all.
That's not good leadership.
Nah.
A good leader would be like, look, it's Unwala.
Yeah.
Yes, you put the collar thing to blow up your heads.
Right.
I'm gonna need you to act like you got some sense. We need to get her out, or we all kind of fuck.
Right.
No, there's not I don't feel like good leaders come by that often anymore.
Nah, I don't think so either.
Like I look at it, stuff as would take a small type of possible company.
Yeah.
To, I want to say, breed a nice good leader. Because I feel like if I'm a Ivy League school student or graduate,
yeah,
I'm not going to work for your company and stuff, which is a Fortune 500 type of stuff, right? You're hiring me for my credentials.
Right.
My credentials and stuff, or my bare minimum to get this job might be a master's.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll give it a bachelor's or something, right? I'm already in a different kind of echelon compared to like your high school graduates.
Right.
With that being said, now, when we're dealing with the high school grad type folk and stuff like that, they might be busting their ass a lot more.
Mm.
They need to see a good leader and everything like that. Here you throw me, fresh grad and stuff, whatever. All right, high school grads, I'm your boss.
Yeah.
You'd be like, You know, like your nails aren't even dirty. You know what I'm saying? Be like, as your leader, though, I will tell you what the fuck to do.
Right.
To hold it down and stuff in here and make sure this place runs like da da da. A good leader now, I feel like a smaller company compared to like wouldn't really hire. I'm not judging,
Yeah.
but I'm saying wouldn't really hire somebody and stuff. Would it be like no, a good leader would try to maintain and manage as much as they can
Right.
on a smaller scale.
Right.
Once we get past the smaller scale, I think once you get on the greater scale, the mid scale, your leadership skills and stuff, you take with what you got.
Right.
Because I always look at the stuff as that explain this or riddle me this. Managers, when they do like the evaluations of like the employees and everything, how come they don't give excellence? But yet they want you to follow them through the trenches.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, when we get to this type of thing past like we need credential paperwork,
Yeah.
what I've seen in the workforce is that, yeah, I don't know how to be a good leader, but I will manage the fuck about it. And then and the other side, I see like unions and stuff will tell you like, yo, nah, you stay on your fucking side. Don't be a good leader. Well, because look at the strikes we had, and I keep telling you and stuff. We're gonna have many, many more strikes. I'm glad since we're only a few weeks into January, you've seen 2,
Right.
so I don't seem crazy. But when these strikes take place, they look at the management to kind of fill in while the union would have the other workers and stuff. No?
Yeah. Yeah.
And no shade, but I'm not even saying it's shade. I look at it stuff as where I'm assuming the management has some kind of post-secondary thing to kind of be there. Because the grandfathering thing, I'm not saying it stopped, but I
Right.
feel like it's slowed down drastically.
Yeah.
So they're like in the minute places or sectors.
Yeah.
But I think anything that would have union baggage, let's say it's safe to say, needs that credential type of shit. And then these people have to now get off their high horses because everybody else is outside picking it.
Right.
And
Right.
start busting some work.
Start busting some work. How do you do this?
If you're a good leader, you would know exactly how
you
shit
would know
is
exactly
run.
how it's done.
But you want to manage motherfuckers from the office.
Question for you.
Sure.
Elon Musk, manager or leader?
Used to be a leader,
Right.
turned into a manager.
Okay.
Because I want to
see
say,
that.
from the earlier beginnings and stuff, you can see stuff that people will ride or die
Right.
for Elon before, like, I guess, poking him and stuff as like a villain.
Hmm.
And this is before like the I want to say him and the Jeff Bezos beef and everything.
Right.
like
Right.
that.
Right. Right.
I feel like it was, oh shit, like yeah, he's speaking for this and all the above. I think I started seeing like a crack in that mask when the Tesla truck, the Cybertruck came out.
Yeah.
Or when they were showing it off during the pandemic time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, yo, this is the most ugliest truck in the world and everything. He's like, I didn't design this. It's your company. Don't speak on it like that.
You signed off.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't speak on it. You knew what it looked like before you guys showed it off to us, the public.
Right.
Right? I'm looking like, yo, a good leader would hug that and be like, yo, like, we feel that the 12th grader, sorry, we feel like the first grader who drew this idea was a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Shout out to Drake's son for all the dolls cover design and all the other things. And they went with that.
And they rolled with it.
Yeah, like you own up to the fact that like, yo, you fucked up as a leader.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
I feel like managers be like, we'll fix this. And they know that they still played a part in the signage of this, whatever.
Yeah.
But they're like, you're a lower fish. We gotta let you go. We need a fall boy, a patsy. Elon
kind of sounded like Justin and Christina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody, parties and political parties and all that type of stuff. It's a different kind of landscape too. But I do feel like going back to like some Game of Thrones to some medieval times and all that type of stuff. Like you're saying, you're right. I'm not poking fun at Zelensky, but if it's comforting to know that your leader is willing to suit up and boot up,
yeah,
with you when time needed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, and again, not picking on him either, but yeah, I see him in the fatigues, but every time I see him, he's in front of a camera. And I don't see him in his fatigues, standing beside his soldiers on the
when they're
battlefield.
busting off like a cannon
Yeah,
shot.
yeah, like you know what I mean. If I see you in that light, then I can say, yo, he's out. He's really out here.
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Let's leave the leaders alone now.
Time is ticking.
Yo, do you think that VPNs are gonna go up now, whatever, because all these influencers want to get like private networks to do TikTok again?
I think so, man. I think it's gonna be on a rise.
But okay, how are we paying people now? I'm asking you this because you run an online store,
Right.
right? With your company and their like online purchases and sales,
Yeah.
how are you accepting the sales? Visa? Like the credit cards, the
credit
card
cards.
outlets?
They have
Crypto?
something called Shop. Some
Is that
other.
its own currency?
It's not its own currency, but it's like it's almost like I would say it's almost like a credit system where they'll pay me
Yeah.
and then you kind of pay them like monthly.
Okay.
There's another one company like that. I can't remember exactly what their name is, but it's a similar situation where they buy the product, they pay for the product through that service,
Right.
and then they pay that service monthly.
Okay. The reason why I ask and stuff, whatever, because I look at it as where if I'm a TikTok influencer, right?
Right.
Let me see if you follow me. If I'm a TikTok influencer, I have a VPN up and stuff, whatever. I can technically run the app
Right.
because I have a VPN and stuff active. However, I still need to get paid.
Right.
Now, not TikTok itself, the platform itself now, but let's say the companies that I'm influencing for, right?
Yeah.
Would it be viable or okay for them to kind of pay me, I guess, basically through PayPal? Because PayPal would be like a median, or like the visas and stuff like that would be like, all right, well, we'll pay here. And then when you back it out to your bank account, it does its own conversion rate
Right.
to whatever the fuck. So VPNs would be a must then for them to continue on.
I can see a lot of that happening.
Fair.
I can also see, keep it a buck, some of these influencers maybe going the route of like major corporations and have like some sort of off-seas account where the money can just go directly into it and not have to worry about or circumvent the rules that is keeping TikTok out of the US, and kind of just and doing business as usual.
I want to ask you another question. You see, like, let's say for us, right?
Right.
With us and our podcast and everything and stuff, we're just on multi platforms. We're on so many other platforms and stuff, whatever, with our content and the way how we do things and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Would you think it'd be like that difficult for a TikTok influencer to translate or subscribe over to a YouTube influencer? Consider the fact that like YouTube and Instagram have like the shorts or the reels.
Yeah.
The same way how TikTok and stuff has their format, right? But they rely, like, I'm seeing too many people cry for like just TikTok.
Yeah.
When you could have already set this up already.
And it's funny because there's, quite a few companies that were actually active in trying to recruit some of these TikTok members and saying,
Be on another
this
platform.
platform, my platform exists. Come on over. And I even think some of them had a way of just kind of importing your TikTok videos over onto their platform. I think the thing is though is that the reach of TikTok is just so enormous that it'll take a while for all these other companies, apart from maybe YouTube, to catch up and to be viable in the eyes of some of these influencers.
Now, TikTok, I feel like this is just me because I'm will explain to me like I'm stupid.
Right.
TikTok to me was always like a company where certain things could just go. Like, let's say, for example, on Facebook or Instagram, you'll get flagged if you say falsified information,
Right.
right? TikTok, a lot of people have their own falsified type of videos. Like, I'm gonna show you how to make this whipped cream on this
Yeah.
latte, whatever, and it's fake as fuck. And they actually did like a whole whipped cream thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Made it seem like it's a spoon, whatever, right? Some of those things can kind of come over to YouTube, but then YouTube has its own rules too.
Right.
Like YouTube will say, like, hey, no copyright infringement, no something stuff like this, whatever. But I look at, since TikTok has less restrictions,
Yeah.
I feel like some people can't translate over to those other
Well,
platforms.
I'm pretty sure some of the videos will be flagged.
Because
Yeah.
let's say, for example, Andrew Tate.
Right.
Andrew Tate is banned on a lot of platforms and stuff for that, right? Yet and still, some of his shit ends up on the gram,
Right.
ends up on TikTok and all these other platforms and stuff like that, whatever, because he's banned in a lot of places. But I feel like the Hustlers University, I think that's his company.
Right.
They make more of their money off the TikTok because that shit can run rampant over there.
Yeah.
So I feel like with now TikTok being gone, there's less rampant for now until Trump brings it back.
And it would be interesting to know, like I'm saying again, with some of these smaller companies, what are the restrictions are they beholden to? Because again, if you're kind of flying underneath the radar,
Okay.
maybe you're not looked at with the type of scrutiny that a TikTok, being so huge with so much influence, is looked at.
I get what you're saying.
Right? So maybe you can skirt,
squeeze,
you can skirt some of these rules until people start noticing, hey, these guys are getting up there. Let's go and see what they're about. Because remember at one point, it's not like TikTok said, hey, let me just lax these rules. They never had stringent rules to begin with. It's just that nobody was paying attention to them.
Right.
Until they got so huge that you could not pay attention to them.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. Because I mean, by that time and stuff, and if you look in a capitalist type of way, whatever, we'll make this little money until it stacks up.
Yeah.
And then when they come, we just have liability shit to kind of cover us and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And we still keep that much money.
Or sell.
So why do you think ByteDance didn't sell?
I think it's just too valuable for them. And I mean, they're in so many markets outside of the US.
Yeah.
US might be their biggest market, but if you combine all the other markets together, maybe it's just not worth for them to sell.
Yeah. Well, that's a valid point. You're absolutely right when it comes to that. Cause I was thinking about I forget his name. Starts with a K. You know the I think he's Italian African dude that they just don't talk.
Oh yes,
on TikTok, and he just points.
I can't remember his name either, but I know he talking
like with a KH or something like that. And I was looking at stuff. I was like, this guy. I think the first time I heard a few years ago, like first guy to become a millionaire without saying a single word.
Right.
Or something like that, whatever. I think it was the first thing, like he has 1 million followers without saying a single word. Then he said, now he's become a millionaire without even saying single words and stuff, whatever, right? And I looked at him like, this right here is a winner. Because the beautiful thing and stuff about it, whatever, is that this proves and stuff, I think he's Italian.
Yeah.
Like he's African descent, but he's Italian.
Yeah.
He's big across the world, not in America.
No. Yeah.
All the Americans are flocking to his shit. Worst case scenario and stuff like. I know him as a North American person and stuff like that.
Right.
He's the winner.
Right.
TikTok would be like, we have this person, mute guy, pointing shit. Fuck you, US.
Yeah.
Tell me about the cap cut now. Pertaining to cap cut, I want to say, would be cap cut be more to people who would be like video content creators that will more about cap cut?
More of video content creators. And again, I would even say the niche would be more of TikTok content creators.
Because I was about to say, like when it came to TikTok and stuff itself, it came to a point where CapCut wasn't even involved. And then CapCut out of nowhere just kind of popped to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I want to say, let's say the earlier part of like us joining TikTok.
Yeah.
Some of the videos never even had a CapCut feature and stuff on there.
So
Right.
So you're right you're right at the point where they kept them separate. They always had it as an editing, like a video editing piece of software
in the background.
But it's like you could use it to edit for anything, right?
No, I just thought their editing thing was a little bit different and stuff like that, right? Like I would say, like even like separate TikTok, like Instagram.
Yeah.
It would be Instagram's own shit. Now it wouldn't be like Instagram / Adobe.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. CapCut was his own company and stuff, whatever, before.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, TikTok was still going on.
Yeah.
I just never assumed the two were synonymous or the same company at the same time.
And I don't know if they were always owned by the same ByteDance, or if just after a while, ByteDance figured, you know what? We can buy CapCut and absorb them and make editing on our platform much easier for the creator. And then now this way, the creator doesn't have to leave our platform to go do anything else. They can just do everything right here.
Makes sense. All right, man. Let's get to the question of the week.
Question of the week.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. How long will it take for TikTok to reach back to the US?
You threw off my intense moment. Tense
All right,
moment.
All right, go. Back into character, Marv.
Take 2. Action. Which kills people's dreams more? Fears or failures?
Fear.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Something like just I don't understand.
Because like you can't knock somebody if they tried.
Right.
Right? And I look at it stuff as like, yo, you tried. Let's say if we're looking at to go after a woman, whatever, right? If I don't go talk to the woman and stuff, you have all right and stuff to like laugh at me and everything and da-da-da. Now, you go up to the woman and the same woman, you go talk to her and everything like that. She's like, both of you guys can fuck off.
Right.
Right? Because she's seen us congregating.
They seen us plotting.
Like,
She seen us plotting.
We scheming and stuff. Whatever. It's like, both of you guys can fuck off and everything like that. I'm like, you at least had the courage to go up.
Right.
You tried. You didn't succeed. That's okay. We got a lesson out of it and stuff, whatever, right? Yeah. But me not even attempting to shoot the shot, she's out of my league. Is this dream out of my league now? Aren't you supposed to dream big?
You're supposed to dream big. And that's why I say fear, because I think the fearless, they're not concerned with failure.
It takes a lot to be fearless.
It does take a lot to be fearless. It takes a lot for you to it takes a lot for you to put yourself out there, right? But I think if you can overcome that, and the other thing is not letting the failure lead to fear, but looking at it from a perspective of, okay, I tried this. Maybe if I try that.
Oh, but you're still active into the...
You're still active, like, you know what I mean? Like, again, that's why I said the fearless, they never cease to try.
Ooh, that's very true. That's very true. I remember, what was this? I saw some movie, and it was like some chick. She was in, like, I forget what the hell the movie was called. It was like a dragon. Basically she eats damsels. I think it's called damsel.
Oh yeah, I think it's called damsel.
It's called damsel,
I think it's
right?
called damsel.
Yeah, the dragon, she eats and stuff, whatever. It's a female dragon and she eats the princesses or the damsels.
Right, yeah.
That's brought in there. And then like when that one damsel is in there and she kind of etched out, like she saw on the wall where all the damsels that went down there.
Right.
And everything, I was looking at it, I was like, you know what? I'm not mad at them because I feel like every other person that wrote their name and stuff like that, they're like, yo, we're going to try.
Yeah.
There was corpses and stuff in there.
Yeah.
but there was other corpses and other bones and stuff in other places, and I'm like, the one sat in the pit can't really fuck with you too much.
They can't.
But the ones that's try.
Try exactly.
Try to escape.
Exactly.
Try to escape your rough reality and your, you know what I'm saying, your circumstance. Try something. Try
Right.
something new.
You don't always have to be happy.
This guy's a mean guy. I thought I was the villain.
You don't always have to just smile and be happy.
Try
Accept
something.
things.
Yeah,
you
man.
can try, man.
Yeah, man. The fear of failure is something else. I think a lot of people should strive to not have that because it's win or learn.
Yeah.
So if you don't win from trying, you learn something.
100%.
Simple. All right, man. Let's get to the Ask the Sons.
That's the Sons.
Are you ready, sir?
Sure.
First Ask the Sons comes from Hollie-G. What's an assumption about men that women get wrong? Oh, that black men cheat. We don't.
Is it just for black men? I thought it was an assumption for all men.
You know what I'm saying? I'll say this. I'm gonna push on the men will cheat, but I think the assumption and stuff is that they just feel like all men cheat.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like, that's not right. That's a major. Don't make an ass out of yourself by assuming some shit like that. We loyal out here. Go ahead.
That we're only interested in 8 and above.
Women?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Why? Why do they think that?
I don't know why they think that. And the fight is hard as hell to be an
To
8
be
and
8 and above. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Get a dap. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I think the conditioning about like perfection is kind of embedded into like the cultures for women.
Right.
Like at least strive to be perfect or be close enough to the person. That's your 8, 9s and stuff like that, whatever, right?
Right.
I'm saying fuck that culture and just be yourself.
That's it.
Because what one thing has taught me and stuff, whatever, about like shout out to the platform, y'all not gonna like it. It's OnlyFans is that, and like the cam sodas and shit is that motherfuckers like you for you.
For you.
For you. Like if you, I heard a lady and stuff, whatever, I was like, she's an older lady.
Yeah.
Kind of heavy set, whatever. And it was somewhere like I ran into her and I was just minding my business and stuff, whatever. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry and stuff. I'm showing skin and stuff, whatever. You don't want to see that. That's what she said
That's
to
what
me.
she said?
So I was like, no. Someone at OnlyFans will want to see it and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, they won't. I was like, if they're willing to watch one woman get screwed by 100 men in 24 hours,
yeah,
they gonna watch some shit. And she's like, you're right. Thank you for the compliment. And she's like, and I was like, you're good. Then I remember somebody else's stuff was like, yeah, I'm out of shape. And somebody out of shape and she feel like she got like flabs or rolls or some shit like this. And no one looks at her body and everything like that. But the motherfucker got a open public page on Instagram.
Right.
So I go to like one of her photos because this is after I started following her.
Yeah.
I go to like a photo. There's like dudes there with the tongue emoji. I'm like, who the fuck is this? I was like, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, no one likes me for me. There's guys out here licking, sending licking emojis on your damn photos.
Yeah. The problem is y'all talk yourself out of this shit.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is.
Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. All right. Next question comes from the Dogfather. Keep it real. That's how it starts, Smooth.
Okay.
Keep it real. When was the last time you hugged your dad?
Ooh.
Mine goes back. Holy. Mine goes back. And this question, I like this question too. It says a lot.
Right.
Because it shows you and stuff that are like, yo, dads have to play a part.
Yeah.
So like how we're fathers, but then we have to look at like our fathers and everything. So I've hugged my son and stuff even like last week.
Yeah.
Right? I want to say my father, probably my graduation.
Okay.
And that's way before he passed.
Yeah. Shoot. Honestly, my father was the time when him and moms was going to Florida, and they were leaving me and my sisters behind for the first time.
How old are you? Whoa. Okay, so I graduated from school at 23. Well, not high school, but I graduated from college and stuff, whatever, at 23, right?
Yeah.
So I want to say from like 23, and I want to say my father passed after I turned 38. Yeah. No, 37.
Mm.
So yeah, that's like a full like 14 years and stuff, whatever. And then yeah, that was it. And he passed in 2022. So yeah, I was in my 20s. I think us as men or fathers and stuff, and if this would be any words to the wise, just on some real stuff, was that we really need to take the time and stuff and hug our sons.
Yeah.
Or our children.
Yeah.
Children.
Yeah.
Children. Excuse me. Not only, let's not even decipher anything, but
Yeah, I hugged my son last week. But I mean, just to I mean, do you think it was a cultural difference at the time where our fathers just weren't that showing of affection?
You're right. It is a cultural thing.
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff as where we are parents of immigrants to like a land like this.
Right.
Living in a land like this and stuff, whatever, it's quote unquote considered toxic for you not to hug your kids.
Right.
Right. So this is now the way of this land.
Yeah.
The way of those lands and stuff, whatever. He's soft. I saw a video of the Asian guy, like he caught his father off guard and he kissed his father on his cheek.
Yeah, the father's ready to knuckle
You saw it. The father's ready to knuck if you're buck, whatever. He's like, all right, Dad, I'll see you later. Hey, men. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and that culture and stuff, whatever, too. But again, in this landscape or this land we're in, it's looking like, yo, Pops, your son is trying to show you affection.
Yeah. No, you got to return it.
You got to, yeah.
You got to return it.
Or it's toxic.
Yes, you're toxic.
Toxic masculinity. That's the word they like to throw around sometimes. But yeah, like I said, like I think the fathers and stuff are just hug your kids, man. Like especially if you're living here. I don't know what part of the world you are when you get this and stuff, but on this side of the world, this is what we do. I know if it seems soft or whatever the hell, you're human too, and hell, hugs have a real type of dopamine effect on people.
It does. And I was thinking, just going back to like when my father passed and when he was in the hospital, I would have loved to be able to hug him, but just the state that he was in, it wasn't possible. But I do.
Did you hold his hand?
Yeah, held his hand.
I did the same for for my father too, because I want to say when he was in the hospital bed, yeah, it was kind of like he's on palliative care, so I'm looking like So whenever I got to the side and stuff, wherever like his bedside, anytime leave and come back, just hold hand.
Yeah, I think one of the most touching things for me with sharing with my father in that state was he wouldn't let nobody shave him.
Oh yeah, because you did that.
Yeah, because I did I always did that, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
anytime the nurse would come by with the razor, he says, no, don't worry, my son will take care of it. And by the time I got there, he was bushed. You know what I mean? But shaved them down, trimmed the mustache, kneaded them all up, and he's just like,
Feel good, yeah.
feel good now.
Come on, we don't feel nice after a fresh
Right,
haircut,
we don't feel nice
cut
after
and
a fresh
shave.
cut.
Exactly. All right. One more question. The last question comes from the Ace. What have you realized you like less the older you get? What have you realized you like less the older you get? Oh, loud people. Loud people. Like, loud people for
Yeah.
me. Is that for you?
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, maybe like I didn't mind the excitement, but, or maybe like, I don't know, my hearing or my sensitivity and stuff, but if I even hear somebody like, shut up,
Right.
shut up, like I'm like, yo, chill, like, what's wrong with you? one time, I heard like one dude goes to propose to his woman,
Yeah.
right? And this woman was like in the vicinity, so like we're all in the vicinity. We watch it, whatever, right? And the guy proposed to her.
Yeah.
This chick went from like, oh my god, oh my god. I'm like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Why are you so loud?
Why? We
I'm-
know we get you.
I'm
We
sorry,
get you
people
excited.
who are
We
listening
get
to
you-
this episode.
We
They're
understand
like,
you're excited.
Marv got extremely loud. Yo, it was loud like that. It was loud. She said, "Oh my god, oh my god." I was like, yo, chill,
Calm it down.
chill. So I even look at stuff as where I thought about that with me and loud people.
Right.
And I remember there's an old Bernie Mac. There's two Bernie Mac stand-ups and stuff for the RIP Bernie Mac. One was the one with Def Comedy Jam.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, he just do all of that shit with her, like she making all that noise.
Right.
And then to the Kings of Comedy one,
Yeah.
he's like, shut all that damn hollering up. He's like, I'm like, am I in my Bernie Mac stage? I was like, I thought I'm too soon, too young for this. I'm like, yo.
Yeah. I can't take the loudness either. Mine would be surprisingly enough sweets.
Candy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I used to, be a big sweets person, candy and stuff like that. But it's like,
what changed? Because you're figuring out that they put a lot of shit in the damn sweets.
yeah, I think maybe not necessarily that, but just I don't know. I don't know what it is to really pinpoint it. Partly to do with that, but it's just like I have no desire for it like
So-
I did at once when I was younger.
So, okay, let's say this. When's the last time you had a chocolate bar?
A good while, probably over a year. Probably over a year.
Damn.
And I used to be like a big O. Henry fan.
O. Henry's a Canadian brand?
O. Henry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you know,
sorry for my US people.
On the talks, we do ads for O. Henry. So, yeah, no. See, I want to say that there's specific foods and stuff that I used to love.
Right.
And then the older and stuff I got, whatever, I'm like, I don't know if it's like taste wise or diet, because I heard like a few people and stuff I know, like their diet's starting to shift. Like the dairy thing hasn't really affected me.
Yeah.
Like lactose and stuff like that, whatever. But I know somebody and stuff, they're like, yeah, they were good in like youth. And like as soon as they start getting close to 40,
Right.
they're like, yo, they have like instantaneous that like diarrhea is rocking them.
Right.
Whatever, right? And I'm looking like from milk. They're like, yo, they were drinking milk a good week ago and stuff. And the doctor's like, yeah, you probably might. Some people get like that and everything. Allergies and stuff happens to certain people. So
In
it
the
just
later
shift.
stages, yeah.
So I know like certain things about your body shifts anyway.
Right.
So I don't see why not. Why your taste and stuff, whatever, would
Yeah,
shift and stuff
it's
too.
just so weird. But like it's funny because when you said chocolate bar, it's like I wasn't even thinking along those lines.
What are
But when you
thinking?
mentioned that, I was like, just like sweets in general, which I mean chocolate bars included. But when
Yeah.
you said chocolate bars, like it's been a while that I went out and actually bought a chocolate bar to say I'm gonna have a chocolate bar.
Shit, when it comes to working the damn Halloween, that's the most time I probably would eat chocolate,
Yeah,
like, or candies
probably, yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
I want to say like, no, and what I've noticed of this Christmas and stuff, a lot of people are just giving the the Lindor chocolates.
Right.
So they have like so many kind of variations and stuff like that, whatever. But I guess that and the Ferrero Rochers are kind of like,
Yeah.
we're not giving you regular everyday chocolate. We're giving you bougie
It's
chocolate.
the posh chocolate.
Yeah. So like you see a lot more of that.
Yeah.
And I might dabble with a 1 and 2 and stuff like that. But I'm like, after that, like, no, I'm not going in nowhere. And I think what crushed me was Skittles. Like allegedly, I don't know. But like they were saying like Skittles and stuff in most countries and stuff, whatever, like, are not sold in a good portion of countries.
Right, yeah.
Because they're so, with everything in it is so cancerous, right?
Right, yeah.
So I was like, can I live?
Just be happy.
Yeah. You know the grocery stores, before I get, the grocery stores, explain to me this, riddle me this.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the grocery stores you have a natural food aisle?
Yeah, one aisle.
One aisle.
One aisle.
One aisle.
One aisle.
In the whole grocery store. So everything else is fake, artificial. But this whole aisle is the only natural shit? What about the fruits? The fruits don't fit in this aisle.
Well, I was about to say, there's not a lot of stuff that you can get in that aisle, that one aisle.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm done.
You think they would have like a section? It's an aisle.
It's one aisle. All right, fuck it.
Yeah. I feel your pain, Marv. I feel your pain.
All right, bless your heart. So Say the Sun. Let's get to So Say the Suns and Slash. So Say the Suns is easy. You know what we do. We do over here all the time and stuff like that.
That's it.
And I was looking at it and stuff is the other day, and you can jump in and stuff, whatever. I look at it stuff is we have so many things that we say is considered our content and stuff and our words, and we are the sons, and people take our bars.
Oh, yeah.
People take our bars. So we might as well start using our bars for our So Say the Suns and stuff. So Say the Suns this week says, you shouldn't judge unless you have a law degree.
So Say the Suns.
I look at this stuff. There's a lot of people pass judgment on other people that they don't need to. We always try to create a landscape over here where we talk about topics, no high, low, all the above, against the black people, for the black people. From a non-judgmental point of view, is just our thoughts. And
that's it.
I feel like a lot of people should open more conversations and stuff like that. So I kind of like that the internet is out here doing, or the we listen and we don't judge.
Yeah.
And I really hope that people are judging less, because it's the have and the have-nots we need to focus on.
That's what we need to focus on.
Not if this person does this behind closed doors and you close your door, you do this and stuff like that. The have and have-nots. So Say the Suns this week. You shouldn't judge unless you have a law degree.
So Say the Suns.
All right, sir.
We here?
Yeah, we here at the
All
end.
right, man.
I appreciate
this was fun, man.
Yeah. Fun, deep, and all the above. Good. Ask the Suns questions and stuff. Dogfather, that hug your dad thing.
Yeah, that's
yes.
I like that.
Yes.
And do remember, folks, we are available for TikTok services for those of you who are just south of the border.
Renegade.
All you companies, you still need to reach, a good portion of people that live outside of the US. We're here to help you.
Yes.
We are here to help you.
Yes.
Thank you once again. Thank you for listening to Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
The Podical Sons with not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.